Okay, so for massage therapy, we're going to be, and for other therapies, we're going to be looking and just chatting about what sort of beds that you might want to think about buying. And it really is to do with your own circumstances and what's best for your positioning, whether you're going to be mobile or whether you're going to be in a clinic or in a room at home, and that really also depends on what bed you buy. So there's a lot of great beds actually on Gumtree with people who have done some training and then decided not to carry on. So some people have bought amazing beds and then want to sell them on. So it's always worth looking at eBay and Gumtree in your area. And then it's also really lovely to buy a new bed. So a lot of the beds that I recommend for massage therapists are, there's actually Amazon at the moment are doing an amazing deal on, it's called a Fairlane bed. It's made by Master, or you may say Master. Master or Master, however you say it, but they have this bed. It's called a Cinnamon Fairlane bed. It's £139 or something like that on Amazon at the moment. It's a fabulous bed. I think they've upgraded, or they've, not that they've stopped doing them, they've just sort of upgraded that bed, or they've sort of, you know, it's like an older style, but it's a really good bed. I've received massage on it. It's super comfy and it's a quality bed. Now, this bed that I've got here, I'm just going to point this down a little bit. You can see that this bed, you can sit at it. The Master beds, which are specialised for massage, have a panel across. So like here, they have a panel across there, and it's not so easy to sit at it. But Master are, you know, they're masters at making massage tables, and so their quality of bed is fantastic. And I recommend a lot of people to that bed. But this bed, made by Affinity, has got a mechanism where this unclips and the bed reclines up, or inclines up. And this is great for many different therapies that you might be doing that require a slight elevation of the body. Certainly with reflexology, some therapists like to elevate certain side positions are slightly nice elevated. The only thing about this mechanism is that it makes the bed quite heavy, and I think that this comes in probably around 17 kilograms because it's heavy with that mechanism, but some people want it. And then also because if I'm doing facials, I can sit at this bed, and also for reflexology I can sit at this bed, and that's why this is a great bed for those variations. Okay, so there's the Affinity, there's Master. The this padded bit here, I think they say it's something like anything between 3, 4, 5 centimetres. You're going to be looking at good padding, so you want it to be padded. So they talk about multi-layered, so it's breathable and good, good fibres that make it breathable. Nice and rounded here. Some of them come with these extra fittings where you can have your arms cradled below the bed. This has got a cradle, a face cradle that comes in at the end of the bed, and most of them do. Most of them have this face cradle that attaches at the end, that makes it's extended so that you can work around the neck and shoulders, and it also makes the bed a little bit longer. This does have a bung in it, and some tables do come with these bungs in it. Just point that down a little bit. You can see the bung there. And again, there's no right or wrong, good or bad. It's kind of your preference. Some people like to work with the bung and the face hole, and it's just a slightly different way of dressing the bed when you come to do it. I have got another video that shows you how to dress the bed and put the towels on. I'm going to show you that today. Yeah. So then you definitely have to have a face cover. So it doesn't matter what colour this is. It's just, it's nice to buy a bed that you like the colour of, but it's always going to be covered. Okay, so you can also buy these square section aluminium super light beds. That if you're going to go mobile, then these square section aluminium beds that are so light and portable, they come in at like 12 kilograms, something like that. And they're so light, they almost just, they close really quick, easily, and then they fold, and it's really light. And I would recommend that if you're setting up a mobile business, that would be a bed of choice. You know, around 14 to 17 kilograms of bed is doable, and I definitely spent my years doing a lot of carrying of beds up and down flights and in London. But if you're solely working mobile, you might want to invest in a super light bed, and that's worth investigating. And then if you're working from a clinic and you're working stationary and you're not moving, then they've got these super gorgeous beds that they've got hydraulic beds that, you know, hydraulic beds that go up and down and then sort of go shapes where it lifts the back and the feet, and they have like underheating, and they're super beds. They go into thousands. A new, good, decent bed is anything from 150 to £300. That's why I think that Master Fairlane bed is such a good price for a new bed. If you look at the spec of that, I think it's a great bed. And then, you know, I've got a Master that's light, but it's not very luxurious to lie on, but it is a really light. I like the wooden bases. I like the natural material of a wooden base. What's not great is to get a beauty bed. So don't make the mistake of getting a beauty bed. The beauty beds are quite narrow. They're sort of that narrow, and they have metal frames. And after you've opened and closed those many times and had lots of people lying on those, they become a little bit shaky. So you want something that's really solid. I like the wooden material. I like the adjustable mechanism down here. You know, these adjustable mechanisms here allow you to raise and lower the bed. That's really important. If you do get a light metal one, they come with those press things where you can raise the bed like a hole, you press it, and they come with that mechanism, which is also good. But yeah, so not a beauty bed, not a narrow beauty bed. Now this is, I think this is 70 centimetres wide, and 70 centimetres wide certainly allows most people to be able to lie on the bed with your arms comfortably and supported at your side. There's a brand of bed, I think it is called Imperial. I'm not sure how wide they are, but they're more designed for sports therapists and chiropractors and osteopaths, so that they can do some reaching over, and a lot of them work over and rolling, and I'm not sure whether they're 70 centimetres, but they're a good bed, but they are specific. They're not as plush and luxurious and bouncy. And yeah, there's a company called Oakworks. They make super duper beds, but they're quite heavy. And then there's lots of, I think Amazon have a company called Massage Warehouse, and they do, you know, okay beds. They're all right. And it's only really, I mean, this is a conversation. If you want to comment below about what your favourite bed is, that would be really cool, because it's an open conversation. I'm just sharing about the beds that I've used over time. So I've only really had the Affinity and Master. And I think that's it. I think was there another one that I used to have? There was a homemade one actually that I very first started off. Somebody actually homemade and handcrafted them, and I think I did wear it out. So these beds are pretty solid. They do last a good, if you look after them. One of my beds is 20 years old. Yeah, so they do last as long as you look after them. Most of them come with carry cases. It's good to keep it and store it in the case. Separate conversation or a separate video is, you know, sort of how to wipe them down and clean them with respect to coronavirus and moving around if you're going to be mobile. Other than that, I think that's it. I think that's all the conversation to have, other than dressing the bed, which is another video. You just, you want it to be comfy. You can get, 6 foot, definitely, it's definitely 6 foot, 6'3" on this table, I would say. And some of them have extensions where you can have your arms like that, or you can have your arms like that. But like I've said, it's really nice to be able to have it so that you can have your arms on the table. Good. Any questions or comments? Please put them below. I'd be really happy to continue this conversation. And thank you so much for watching.